What's going on, family? It's your boy, David DeAndre, in full effect. Now, we're going to talk about the Rashad Brooks situation. I already previously talked about it a little bit on my Insta stories, but we're going to get more in depth with it. So, I looked at the video. The video, of course, is most, not all, but most criminal, African Americans. He was resisting arrest. He took the cop's taser. He was fist fighting the cop and was trying to use the cop's taser on the actual cop. And I'm not saying that he deserved to die. Nobody deserves to die. But the cop was literally defending himself because of the ignorance that this man was displaying. Now, anybody with natural, no, I'm not even going to say natural sense or common sense, because if it was common or natural, then most people will have it. But anybody with sense will realize that you shouldn't charge at a person, especially officers of the law, with a gun and think nothing's going to happen. And then we're going to make that person, what's that word I'm looking for? A victim, a hero. God rest his soul, but Rashad Brooks was not a hero. He was not anything. He was not a victim. He was nothing. And this is not disrespect. He was a criminal. He was doing criminal acts, and he thought that he can do some BS and not get, what's the word I'm looking for? Not get some type of action, consequence from it. You can't just go in life just doing some dumb NIGGA behavior and expect good consequences to come out. That's the problem with a lot of black people in America. They want to play the victim card, and they want to continue to think everything is a race issue, when in reality it's really not. It's really not. I'm a black male from the South. Trust me, I experience racism from all people, but it's mainly from black people. And I can tell you firsthand that a lot of this systematic racism and so-called white privilege is not real. It's fake. It's just a myth created from the Democrats. Democrats created slavery. They wanted slavery to keep going. They oppressed a lot of black people, especially people just in general. They created the KKK. I mean, bro, I could keep going. I remember I posted something to that effect. It was an actual post with facts, and of course these liberal ass dumbass black people was debating me and was getting mad because I said Trump did more for this country than any president has done within the past 40 years. And it's true. He literally put $250 million for black historical colleges. He upped the job market by 50%. He's all about not defunding the police, because that's what these liberals want. So they want to defund the police, but instead help and understand more of the community. He's actually been in the projects and actually helped talk to the people of color. So people that just wants to demonize and just shit on Trump, they're going to regret it when he actually is done with his second term, because he's going to get reelected. I'm going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for Trump. And it's not even about black, white, Spanish, blue. It's about good versus evil. This is a spiritual war that we're in. This is so disappointing to see that so many people are literally destroying their own neighborhoods. They're destroying communities. Like the Wendy's that got destroyed, they burned it down. Those two girls that destroyed the Wendy's, that because of Rashad Brooks. You're destroying property by the government, and guess what's going to happen? Our tax dollars is going to pay for it, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably a single mother, because we have single mothers all over in America, and I got some in my family, just have sex with thugs and etc. and expect the government to take care of you. That's black America need to get their shit together, I swear. I'm getting tired of it, and I'm getting fed up with it, straight up, and it needs to be said. And I know I ain't the only black person saying it. I've been seeing tons and tons of videos just like it. We fed up with it. We don't support Black Lives Matter because that's funded by George Soros and Antifa. It's a Marxist black supremacist group that's meant for killing and murdering people. There's no such thing as Black Lives Matter being positive. They don't protest for the thousands and thousands of Chicago kids getting shot and murdered, or Planned Parenthood, which is abortion, supported mainly by the black community. And 90% of the black community does get abortions. Yes, 9.5% of the time a black person will kill a black person. So why are we not addressing this with this so-called Black Lives Matter? Why? Because they don't want to hear the truth. They hate the truth. The truth will strike them down. And they only pick on people that can't fight back. And as far as with the George Floyd situation, as I said, I don't wish death on anybody, but he was high on fentanyl and methamphetamine. The drug tests will confirm that when it actually comes out, because it takes 6 weeks to 8 weeks to come true. But he might have. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying this. Don't put words in my mouth. He might have died from a drug overdose. He was using a counterfeit. He was using a counterfeit 20. That's why he got stopped. He was resisting arrest as usual. It wasn't a ban by the law. It's bro, come on. He in and out of jail, and I'm not putting that just the same who he is, but your past does dictate your future. He was just like the Rashad Brooks. He was in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Rashad Brooks was abusing his kids. George Floyd was robbing a pregnant lady with a gun to her stomach. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep the facts. You black people want to talk about facts, but you're not keeping it real. You're not speaking facts, and I'm all about facts. I'm not about opinions or emotion. And one of my racist ass cousins, I had to check his ass. That was about a month ago because he wants to be on some BS and wish death on people and then cops as well. That's not cool. I'm not with that. I'm all about all rights, all equals. We're all bleed the same. All of us in the name of Christ, Jesus Christ. We all in the same thing. We're all brothers and sisters for the people that want to be with Christ and love Christ and be communicated with Christ, because I'm all about having everybody love each other for one another. It's not about one person just hating one person, because that's bullshit. And we're going to continue to address this so-called issue, which is not really an issue, because the only racism that's getting started in America is the Democrats, the liberals. Because if you notice, every 4 years during election time, there's always some type of catastrophic event. There's always some type of chaos that's going in the streets. And we're not even talking about the elites, the Illuminati. No, we're just talking about strictly what's going on in the communities, and not just Black America, but just America in general. And don't even get me started on the drug community. But this is just my little rebuttal to everybody. That's not everybody. I've been getting a lot of positive messages, but some of the trolls, which is from ignorant ass black people that want to hate on me or want to hate on Candace Owens or Jesse Lee or Brandon Tatum, Joe Patrick, Larry, forgot his last name, but he's also conservative. Like, the list goes on, bro. And there's no reason to be asleep and to be ignorant, because you choose to be ignorant if you don't read a book, if you don't want to do your own personal research. Hell, you got a I'm recording this on my smartphone, my iPhone 6s. Everybody has a smartphone. Pretty much like 99% of everybody in 2020, almost 2021. If you don't use your smartphone to actually research and do diligent self-care for yourself, to better yourself as a person and for the environment and for everybody else, you are failing yourself big time. And I've been saying this since 18. If I wake up every single day without attaining no knowledge whatsoever, I have failed myself. I've been saying this since age 18. And I will continue to say it to the day I rest in peace and meet Father God Almighty. I'm really just disappointed. Not just with the liberals and Democrats, but I'm disappointed in Black America. This, because I'm not going to sit here and say that I love black people. I love black people. I'm an advocate for equal rights. I'm an advocate for us doing better. But in order for us to help each other out, we have to want to help each other out. We have to police our own community. All these people that want to talk about that person's a snitch, fuck that snitching. Where did that dumb shit come from? If I see somebody doing something in my community, I'm not gonna be screaming world star. I'm gonna pull out the camera and record their ass, and I will snitch on their ass, and I will give it to the police, because the problem is these people don't want to fix their community. They want to continue to live in a fucked up neighborhood. So it's only a projects because you wanted to be a projects. You can fix it if you want to. Ain't no rich white man coming to the projects in the middle of the night putting drugs in the shit. And yes, I know the history about the CIA and FBI. I know all about it, so don't even come with me about that. But miss me with that. Miss me with that, man. It's got to be said. It's got to be done. And maybe that, and I think to this day that's why God doesn't want me to be famous, because he knows, should I say in the correct term, excuse me, that if I was to be famous, I probably would have got shot and killed by another black person, because of the truth I spit. Because black people have a problem with killing. Black people only make up 13% of the United States, and yet we do 90% of the killing in America. Doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that tell you something? But Black Lives Matter don't want to mention that. They want to keep crying and playing the victim card. I'm not with that, and I will never be with that. If Black Lives Matter actually gave a fuck about black lives, and Planned Parenthood was stopping abortion and everything else that goes along with black people and associated, I will be 100% down with them. But that would never happen because they're in denial. It's like a little kid that did some stupid shit and keeps blaming everybody else in the classroom, but he doesn't know how to take responsibility. I'm not with that, and I'll never be with that. Therefore, everybody want to call me all sorts of names, and I haven't been called this yet, but if you ever want to call me Uncle Tom, cool. Because you dumbasses don't realize Uncle Tom was an actual hero. He helped free thousands of slaves. And when they tried to kill Uncle Tom, he didn't give up any information. They killed him. So you dumbasses that think Uncle Tom is a bad term, that's actually not a bad term. And by the way, check out the Uncle Tom movie that just been released about a couple weeks ago. I'm actually going to check out that movie. I'll probably end up buying it because you have to buy it to check out the movie, so I'm going to actually support that. But just a shout out to President Trump. in 2016, I didn't really have much an opinion on Trump. I thought, and this is just back then before I actually did more research, I did thought he was somewhat racist towards Mexicans because of the wall topic. But in reality, he wasn't a racist. He was just looking out for the country because millions and millions of illegal immigrants have come into the country illegally, which I have worked with before. No social security numbers, no type of driver's license, no type of identification whatsoever. So that actually dignifies Trump saying that, because he's trying to make America great again. And for anybody, especially black people that hate on Trump, you need to read a book. You need to get some information. Stop watching CNN. Stop watching MSNBC. Stop watching Fox News. Stop watching that garbage. That is media propaganda being programmed into your head. That is bullshit. And it's going to continue to make your mind turn into jello. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why? Why? Tell me. Please tell me why. I'm gonna make another video. I had to do this quick little 12-minute, 11-minute video because I was like, you know what? I want to get this done before I go to work, because I go to work now, and I'm not oppressed. If you want nice shit in this world, you got to work for it. You got rich white people, rich black people. There's a lot of black billionaires. Are they doing anything with the money? No. Are they helping build bank? It takes $20 million, $20 million to start up an actual bank. Where are all these basketball and NFL players that's making $200-300 million a year? Where are they at? Where are they at? I don't hear nothing from them. Colin Kaepernick will talk about standing down, for the American flag. Kill that BS. Kill that BS. I've been approached plenty of times by police, and I never, not one time, feared for my life. As long as I obey the rules, I know my rights as a citizen. I give them everything that they need. Sometimes I get a ticket, sometimes I don't get a ticket, and I go about my way. Don't act ignorant. Don't do stupid shit, and maybe ignorant, stupid shit won't happen to you. You get what you deserve. If you can approach things with honey, or you can approach things on a trash lid. It just depends how you approach things in life, and that goes with people as well. It's your boy David DeAndre, and I'm out, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy. One thing that I forgot to mention, which is extremely crucial to the case, which led to his death, was Rashad Brooks was extremely drunk. And being drunk, literally, as you know, makes your senses just go waggy. So that had to been said. I forgot to mention that, and that's literally like the number one thing why he was acting the way he was acting, besides just being ignorant. But like I said, may God rest his soul. Judgment Day is true and is real, and I just hope that everything just goes good for the brother that's resting in peace. But there's going to be another rebuttal. This is my first rebuttal, so part 2 is coming up, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.